Well, when I was 11, my parents got divorced. My mum moved from Chorley to Bath and I moved with her. And I kept getting moved to and from my parents, so from Bath to Lancashire, then back to Bath. When I was 15, I got a bit fed up, thought I'd probably take care of myself a bit better than they could. Left home, moved to Dover, lived in a tent on top of the cliffs. Then when I was 16, I came back to Bath. I was begging at first, but then someone came up to me and told me about the Big Issue, one of the foundation workers, so I started selling the Big Issue. You've got the Big Issue, which is a business side of things, and then you've got the foundation, which is more like a charity. Doing the London to Paris bike ride in June, which I'm currently trying to get sponsorship for. I've got a bit of sponsorship. A school in Bristol, Redland High School, they've got me £1,300, which is the money I need to do it, the sponsorship I need to do it, because I've been doing talks at schools and I've got a few more planned, trying to get the children to realise that not everybody who's on the streets is drug dependent or an alcoholic. There are some of us that are trying to do things with our lives and move on.
We can be heroes just for one day.
Well, I've been doing a lot of cycling, obviously. I'm quite a big cyclist anyway. I've just cycled from Wales to Bath not so long ago, so I'm quite prepared. Well, I currently don't have a bike, which I'm trying to get money for. I've emailed a few of the bike shops in Bath, trying to get them to maybe donate me one or maybe a large discount off one. I haven't got a passport at the moment, but the Big Issue Foundation has paid most of the money towards it. I've just got to raise another £30 to put towards it, which I'm struggling with at the moment because it's not making much money on the issue. Not many people have got much money at the moment. Hey, I'm a bit of a local celebrity now, yeah. I've been in the issue a couple of times and everyone on the streets know me, know what I'm doing. I'm trying to get everyone involved in sponsoring me and things like that.
We can be heroes forever and ever. What you say?
Biggie woo, madam, biggie woo, thank you. The biggie woo to me is another name for the Big Issue, and in the mornings and when people are walking up and they're tired, or lunchtime they're rushing about and they're too busy to stop and it's miserable and cold and wet, instead of Big Issue I shout biggie woo to cheer people up, and it changes their attitude and they stop and they talk. It brings them out of that trance in the morning. It opens people's eyes up, I think, that we've got humour as well. So yeah, that's the reason. In the early 90s, I ended up in London on the streets, homeless and begging, busking, and someone approached me with an idea that was a magazine. You buy it for 50p and you sell it for £1. And I jumped to the chance. And I was selling outside the Windmill Theatre for a few months, and sleeping rough in the doorway as I was selling, and it picked me up. Take care, have a lovely day, madam. I moved back to Bath. I was homeless. I approached the Big Issue and managed to find accommodation. Tash and Ed and the staff at the Big Issue in Bath give me the little push every day to make me feel stronger and better, and give me the encouragement, the strength to get back my life back and get back in the real world. I watched a programme on the telly about orphans in Romania, the Romanian Challenge, and thought how my life is quite simple and I've got it quite easy. And I woke up the next day and approached the Big Issue and told them my action plan to go to Romania and work with the orphans, so it pushes me further on into education to get to college, and not only that, but to help other people and to stop me feel so selfish about my own life. Val from Robin Hood Ministries, she's pushed me and given me the drive. She rang me 3 weeks ago and said, "You're welcome into our arms of the charity," and now I'm going. The Big Issue staff in Bath, Tash and Ed, supported me and pushed me through the winter every time I felt low. They came behind me and gave me more encouragement. I've got learning problems with reading and writing, And Ed's been there all the way with reading and forms. He's been the drive behind me getting back on my feet. I think my experience at the Romania is going to help other vendors. Instead of focus on their own lives and problems, I'll focus on helping others and maybe get them help to get into college, give them confidence to pick themselves up and make them feel that they're just as good as anyone else that's got a high-profile job in society. It's not a downward spiral. If I could give advice to another vendor, don't ever look up to me for what I'm doing. Choose your own path. If you keep on working harder, you get out of your situation you're in, then you've got a chance for a future.
Hi, my name is Adrian Cox and I'm selling the Big Issue. And I was kind of at a loose end. My car had just failed its MOT, so I ended up selling the car. I fancied taking the winter out and going travelling in Goa, so the car was sold and I came down to London initially to go and get my visa to get off to India for the winter. I ended up sort of carrying on and living in the squat to myself. When I was evicted from there, that's when I ended up homeless. From initially being evicted from the squat, that was the roughest period where I did a lot of sofa surfing, and at one point I ended up staying in a crack house in Hackney, 14 people sleeping in one small room, and that period was very difficult. I started selling the Big Issue initially for a short period, 2 or 3 weeks, just to try and build my savings back up. My Big Issue earnings literally kept me alive, so in that respect, I'll be eternally grateful, to be honest. My interest in photography goes back about 23, 24 years really, to when my father first gave me a film SLR. There's been college fees for photography, there's been help with a printer, flash gun, and really photography is such an expensive hobby. Every little bit of help that I can get is greatly appreciated. The Big Issue have helped pay my college fees, and the aim now is to really get a studio set up in my front room at home. One of my regulars, they'd adopted a rescue dog from Battersea. They asked me to come along and take some photographs, and they were so pleased with the results, they paid me quite well for that. And that's where the idea first hit home, to try and make a bit of a go of photography. I first got involved with the Big Chill when a notice appeared in the Big Issue office asking if vendors would be interested in going to the Big Chill Festival. Took my cameras down, got some quite nice photos down there. And I've just done the photographs of the Big Chill's 15th birthday party. With the Cadbury grant and any other monies which might be forthcoming in the future, I'm looking to try and upgrade, because technology is always moving forward with camera equipment. Yeah, I'd like to get paid for shooting bands, really. Fingers crossed.
In 2005, I had a heroin problem. Went to a clinic, day clinic. For 12 weeks I was there, and they got me to go into college. Went to college, passed level 1 bookkeeping. But as I was 2/3 of the way through the course, I ended up with septicemia and ended up in hospital for 6 months. I just got lower depressed, thinking, oh, what's the point of packing in drugs? What's the point in doing this, and what's the point in doing that? Because everything just come to a stop because I was in hospital, and there's nothing that nobody could have done to help me. When I come out of hospital, and I was on the streets in Birmingham, from there I was talking to another Big Issue vendor who was in Snow Hill Hostel. And he asked me to go to the Big Issue office to ask how to get into a hostel, to find out more about the Big Issue. Spoke to Greg, who used to work at the Big Issue office then. He found up Snow Hill Hostel for me, got me in there, got me badged up, and got me selling the Big Issue. It was a few pence in your pocket, you know what I mean? Not mega dough, but because it was a start, it was a beginning, you know what I mean? It was the start of something. The Big Issue Foundation, the people who work in the Birmingham office, have given me stability in my life. I mean, I feel like I've got something to get up for in the morning. It's got me ready for work, if you can understand what I mean. I know that I could get up now and go to work. The staff are absolutely brilliant. I can talk to them. If I get depressed, anything, I can talk to them. And I feel like they're a family. There's a lot they can do for you without you even asking. I mean, they offer to help you rather than you ask them. Like, I'm at college at the moment doing AIT, which is the Association for Accounting Technicians. I want to complete all the levels 3 and 4. I'm on levels 2 at the moment, and from there get a proper job, a good job. And I know it's going to be a lot of years ahead of me. It ain't going to happen tomorrow. I haven't got my goals set on tomorrow or 6 weeks' time. I do know it's going to take an awful long time. I know I can do it. It's just determination and that, but I know that I can do it.
When we were drunk, it was fun, fun, fun.
Like I say, I've been on the streets. I've slept on the streets. So I know there's a lot of people worse off than me. I don't just think of myself, I think of others as well. There's quite a few charities that I give to, which I feel a lot better for when I do. So I feel happy with myself when I do it. Whether it be £1, 50p, or whatever, like it's something, you know what I mean? And it's something which is better than nothing. If everyone gives 50p, a lot of the charities would be well off. That's the way I see it there. Thank you very much. Thank you. You have a nice day now. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Simona Dubler. My life before the big issue was really horrible. I've been raped, and then I've been to drugs, and then the life it was really down. The life with the drug addiction is really horrible. You wake up in the morning and you just want to hit. It's hard. I couldn't go forward. So it wasn't really nice. I met really bad people through that period. So and now it's much better. I got pregnant and then he came along, so my life just improved by that. So he's a grandchild. The Big Issue Foundation helped me a lot. They're really great people.
Yeah, before the Big Issue I had some problem with heroin and crack, and I used to inject before the Big Issue. And then when I started to sell the Big Issue, at the beginning it was the same, but then the Big Issue helped me a lot. Now at the moment I think I still have a lot of work to do, but I'm in a good point where I can say my life has changed a lot. So
when you sell, you're more bubbly and then you talk to more people, so, and it makes you more happy. Be nice to be working again in the kitchen. So I know it's a bit stressful, but so it's something to do. I could cook anything in Italian, so everything really. Everything you want me, I could cook. I'm an actress. My ambition is I would love to go training at the Jamie Oliver restaurant number 15 as training or something. Love to work for him. He's my hero, you could say.